death, the greatest mystery of life and one of humanity's deepest fears. Throughout history, people have asked, why do we die? And an even bolder question, can we become immortal? In ancient myths, immortality was a power reserved for the gods. But today, in the 21st century, science and technology are bringing this idea closer to reality. So, could humans truly defeat death in the future? Their human body is made up of millions of cells. These cells continuously divide and renew the body. However, after a certain point, cells lose their ability to divide and begin to die. One of the main reasons for this is telomeres, protective DNA caps at the ends of chromosomes. Every time a cell divides, these telomeres shorten. Eventually, they become so short that the cell can no longer divide, leading to aging. Scientists are conducting various studies to prevent this telomere shortening. The enzyme telomerase has the ability to extend telomeres. In the 2010s, experiments conducted at Harvard University showed that activating telomerase in mice led to a rejuvenation of their organs. This suggests that if a similar process could be replicated in human cells, aging might be halted. Stem cells have the potential to regenerate human organs. These cells can transform into any tissue or organ. Today, successful experiments are being carried out in many research centers to restore damaged organs using stem cells. In Japan, in 2023, a patient's damaged heart tissue was fully regenerated with stem cells. If we can regenerate every organ in the future, the human body could essentially renew itself. This would allow us to prevent aging and maintain bodily functions for an extended time. Cryogenics, the idea of freezing a human body at 196 C at the moment of death with the hope of future revival, is still experimental. However, cryocenters already operate in countries like the US and Russia. One of the most famous is the Alka Life Extension Foundation. Hundreds of people have preserved their bodies or brains through cryogenic freezing, hoping that future science will bring them back to life. The success of this technology depends entirely on future scientific breakthroughs. If one day it becomes possible to restore cell structures without damage, these people might be able to continue living. Artificial organs are also rapidly advancing. Artificial hearts, livers, and even synthetic skin are already being developed. In the future, these organs may become so effective that they completely replace natural ones. Some scientists believe that humans might eventually become cybernetic beings. This concept, known as a cyborg, suggests the human brain could remain intact, while the body is replaced by synthetic materials. This would result in a body that doesn't decay, and can be repaired indefinitely, pushing humans closer to immortality. The idea of transferring the human brain and consciousness to a digital platform is one of the boldest concepts among futurists and technologists. Known as mind uploading, it involves copying a person's memories, personality, and emotions into a computer. Futurist Ray Kurzweil believes that this might be achievable by the year 2045. If this becomes reality, the human body would no longer be necessary. One's existence would continue digitally, in the cloud. The person could be reloaded into different bodies or live in virtual worlds. However, this raises serious philosophical questions. If my mind is uploaded, is that version really me? Or is it just a copy of my identity? Elon Musk's Neuralink project aims to directly connect the human brain to computers. With this technology, neural signals from the brain can be transmitted directly to machines. This could not only treat diseases but also enhance human capabilities. If our brains merge with technology, thoughts can be stored, enhanced, or even modified. One day, human consciousness might be transferred to another body or a robotic system. Gene editing technologies like CRISPR-Cas9 allow us to alter human DNA. These tools can eliminate genetic diseases, activate longevity genes, and correct mutations responsible for aging. This isn't just about healing, it's about redesigning humanity. If we can select genes for long life and health, why not create a gene for immortality? From a religious perspective, Islam teaches that life is temporary, and the afterlife is eternal. The body dies, but the soul lives on. In both the Quran and Hadiths, death is seen not as an end, but a beginning. This view places immortality in the spiritual realm, not in the physical body. Christianity and Judaism hold similar beliefs. These faiths also teach that the body is mortal, but the soul is eternal. According to this worldview, eternal life can only be achieved with divine permission. In this way, the idea of technological immortality may conflict with some religious teachings. From a philosophical perspective, what would life mean if we became immortal? Death gives value to life by limiting time. Without that limitation, would people still take risks, fall in love, forgive, or cherish moments? German philosopher Martin Heidegger claimed that fear of death drives human creativity. Perhaps immortality would make us less human. Our desire to live, our courage to act, and our ability to love are all shaped by the presence of death. Without it, would these feelings slowly fade? There are also serious social and economic consequences. If immortality becomes possible through technology, will it be accessible only to the rich? Or will everyone benefit? As the number of immortal people grows, how will Earth's limited resources be managed? If no one dies, how will future generations find space and opportunity? Governments may have to regulate or restrict access to immortality. This would spark intense ethical and political debates. Perhaps in the future, humans will no longer need physical bodies. They may exist in artificial forms, virtual realities, or robotic shells. Perhaps the definition of being human will change entirely. What we understand today as humanity may become a relic of the past. Maybe this is the next stage of evolution. Homo sapiens could transform into Homo Deus, the godlike human.